Hey Sparklers, how are we doing? So today's podcast, I'm actually on my own. I'm struggling to keep up with inviting people. So I've not really had a chance to invite people onto the podcast. So I'm on my own today, and it is, as I said, it is my fault. But one of the things that keeps coming up and keeps being asked of me is about souls. And it's about the fact of I can see black, grey and white souls, and it's the understanding of this. Obviously I did one with Tammy, absolutely wonderful Tammy, absolutely bloody love the girl, and I will get her back on at some point. So if you have any questions or anything that you would like to hear from me and Tammy, do comment them down below and we will definitely look at that.
Empress Sparkle with a crown of gold, I see the future, secrets untold.
So basically, to explain, I personally, as I says, I see souls in black, white and grey. So if I see you and you have a black soul, 9 times out of 10 you'll find that I'm very closed off with you and very, very away from you. And the reason being is a lot of black souls don't actually want to clean their soul up. These people are black souls purely because of the fact of the way they've lived their life. So I don't actually believe in demons such as Christianity. I don't believe in demons. I cannot sit here and say, yeah, I believe in demons, because I don't. I believe that demons are humans. The trouble is, I do believe in daemon. So daemon are things like, I'm guessing in the Bible they would be like your prince of hells, I guess. But they are like your fury, jealousy, etc., etc. So they are like them. But we're talking about souls at the moment, because obviously they're energy, which souls are as well, but they're not our form of soul. They're more powerful than us. So basically, for me, black souls they are affected by life. So your black souls are your shadow men, your creepy things that you see walk across the floors and stuff like that. Your black souls sometimes can be made by yourself. So black entities is what I call them. So you can actually project your soul, your black soul, and cause you to actually have something around you which is giving black energy, which is your negative energy. But if you've got that, that means you can be more or less pure black souled. That means you are going to be a shadow man or something like that. You're not going to get to go to the meadows. And this is one of the saddest things that I think. But please remember as well, guys, as we're watching this, religion does really affect and what we believe in this life, what happens to our energy afterwards. Even though I personally believe that Zeus, chaos, is the main universe god, so to speak. He's not the king of gods, but he's the main universe god, which is when people talk about the universal divine, that is who they're talking about in my eyes. So one of the things that for me, and I don't mean this rudely, but this is what happens when you live that life. So let's talk about how you can cause your soul to be black. Controlling behaviour. So if you're controlling other people, and I don't mean controlling like you're trying to get your children to behave and stuff like that. So if any teens are watching this and they're like, see, my mum's a black soul. No, she's not. She's not at all. She is just trying to get you to behave. Same with your dads. They want you to behave. Obviously, there is some aspects that causes someone to have a black soul, and I'm not going to sit here and deny that. There is some aspects of parenting. But it's basically based on the way we treat others as well as the fact how we treat ourselves. So if we're holding ourselves higher than someone else, so say if we're actually holding ourselves in a higher perspective, we think we're better than them. Not because it's proven we're better than them, just for the sake we think we're better than them. That is one thing that's bad. So this is one of the things that I don't like about nowadays religions. They all hold themselves higher than each other. That is not a good thing for the soul. So a lot of people that I find are strict within certain religions and they're absolutely obsessed, that is the way it is. I personally find they are actually really dark souled. Fortunately for them though, because of the religion they believe in, the chaos allows them into what they class as their heaven. And this is the thing, they are usually really, really dark souled. So not every dark soul does stay here. And before the atheists worry, don't worry, your soul just returns back to the universe and stuff. To be honest, being an atheist is most probably the best way to get your soul to return back, rather than actually be, anything else. So basically, yes, so basically that's what happens with dark souls. This is one of the major things. So all your things like daemons and stuff like that, jealousy, greed, and stuff like that, like, let's be honest, there is many in power which are technically black souled, including members of the royal family. A lot of famous people are black souled, if I'm honest, and that is because of the greed. Sadly, that is because of the greed. A lot of them make money, and they don't give as much as what they make. So they're hoarding onto money while people are living in poverty. So that is greed. So that is one of the reasons that I find a lot of people actually have dark souls, is greed, is the fact of that, as well as pride. So this is one of the things, this is one of the reasons why I know I'm good at tarot, but if you said to me, oh Amy, you're the best at tarot, I would literally sit there and go, I'm one of the best, because even though I'm proud of my tarot and I am proud of my reading and I am grateful to Apollon for that gift, I wouldn't want to put myself above anyone else that's real. There is a key word there. Anyone else that's real. Even though Hermes is the king of thieves, so I'm sure he'd be, the god of thieves, I'm sure he would be proud of the people that are managing to squander people out of money. But still, I wouldn't put myself above them. And also, actually, to be honest, again, if they were swindling us out, the people out of money for a good reason and not greed, sadly, you're turning into a black soul if you're doing it for greed. Whereas if you're doing it for a good reason, so you can actually feed children, etc., hence why there is a god of thieves, that is a good thing. So they will literally help you, is the way I'm going to word it. So, black souls as well. So there is some exceptions for your soul and what colour it is after death. So I am a pure white soul. I am very, very white, even though I look blue at the minute. I am a pure white soul. But my daughter just laughed at the right time. But if I'm honest, my death can actually be a reason for my soul to change and end up stuck on this plane, even if my children follow the correct burial rites. So say if I went out there tomorrow and I got in a car accident that hadn't been foretold by the Moray, which is the Fates. If you don't know who they are, comment down below and I'll do a video on them. And basically I can end up haunting here, pure and simple, because I've died before my time. I've died before the time the Fates had for me, so they weren't prepared. I won't stay here all the time. Once my death actually finally comes, as long as my children have followed the burial rites correctly, I will be able to pass on. I'll finally be able to go down to River Styx and give Shiraz my coins and, live happily ever after in the meadows. That would be able to happen. But sadly, until then, it wouldn't. The other thing is grey souls. So grey souls are people which are carrying around trauma, regret, guilt, that sort of thing. So as we can see, the black souls are people which are selfish, and that is the way I'm going to word it. They are the people which are self-centered, etc. There is obviously, as I've just said, to me, I'm not sure whether the souls I was explaining, like if I went out and I got hit by a car and it weren't expected, I don't know whether they go grey or black. I will admit that to everyone, but they sort of go on that, in that sort of place. So next, obviously, we have grey souls. Before I actually do this, what I want to do is ask everyone if they could pop over to my website, check out my products, because another way that you can help me build and actually support me is actually checking out my website and purchasing items. I have witch kits on there. I also have crystals. I have jewelry. There is so much over on there, and I'm hoping soon to actually add products made by myself and Amph on there as well. So please go check that out. I would be very, very, extremely happy. It is linked down in the description, empresssparkle.co.uk. I'll be so grateful for you to check that out. Anyway, grey souls, as we were saying, my lovelies. So grey souls are basically people full of regret, full of guilt and stuff like that. So a lot of the people that I do with my cleansing program, I find a lot of them actually are grey souled when we first start. We get there slowly through to white, but it does take some time, purely because we need to get rid of these little habits. I have them still now, so I do have to cleanse my soul regularly. That's why on the cleansing program I actually also teach you how to cleanse your own soul, because I feel that is actually important. Because if you're not able to cleanse your own soul and you're not able to do that, then it's hard, because we all make mistakes. And the gods and goddesses, and no matter what religion you are, well, actually there's a couple of exceptions there, most religions, the gods and goddesses understand that we all make mistakes. We are human. They didn't give us the gift that the gods have on purpose for us to be able to prove ourselves to them, to prove we are worthy of them. Okay, so this is one of the things. So basically, grey souls are usually like your white ladies. So a lot of people will see a white lady, etc., etc. So these are your grey souls, the ones which are stuck here for a reason, due to guilt, due to pain that they've had and stuff like that. They don't always stay stuck here. So I just want to justify that. So in our religion, they don't always stay here. So there is a chance that they can actually pass over. So I know in many other religions you can't pass over unless you've actually, and go to the heaven, etc., unless you're totally pure. In my religion, Hellenic Pagan, you can actually pass over still with these souls. It may take a bit longer, but you can still pass over and go to the meadows and enjoy life. Well, eternal peace down in the meadows. So for me, one of the things I do want to say is the fact that I just felt that was really important to say, so I will just say that. So white souls are pure souls. They are ones which have managed to keep themselves clean of negative environments around and stuff like that. I tell you what, I'm discussing today at the moment just some of my past with someone, and they were like, how do you have such bright eyes? And I didn't actually realise, because I've not always had bright eyes, I didn't actually realise how bright my eyes are in the last 5 years to what they were before. Like, my eyes were so sad before, it was unbelievable. And I am blessed now to have them so bright. And this is the work that I do with making sure my soul is cleansed, making sure that I'm in a good place, making sure that I'm okay with life. And the weird thing is one of the things that I find that actually helps with that is actually being happy with the small things. So it's being happy with, yeah, with the little things. So things like having enough food in to feed my kids. I'm happy with that. You know, I'm not worried about anything else. You know, things like knowing that tomorrow's going to be a good day, knowing that tomorrow will bring something good. Changing my mindset that way has helped a lot. And this is one of the things that I think, for me, I enjoy teaching during my cleansing program, because it is really important. If I can find a picture, I will pop one in on so you can see how dead my eyes used to look. So you can see, because I think that's actually going to be important for you guys to see, because I think a lot of people think I talk a load of crap when I say about how dead my eyes used to look compared to the way they're sparkly now. No pun with the Empress Sparkle there. So yeah, but I want to say thank you to all. If there is any questions, because I feel like I've skipped out on a few things, because this is a long conversation, but I'm already 20 minutes in. So I do want to express a lot more. So if there is any questions and you would like any more guidance, comment down below. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I do have meditation over there, so do take a look at that, because that can be so helpful to you. And I think it's important that people realize that meditation isn't just the important thing, but it can help with making sure we're cleansed, making sure we feel good, making sure we feel positive. So do check that out. And as I said before, my website's linked below. Everything's linked below. Just check it out. I would be absolutely so grateful. And if you're watching on Spotify, don't forget to follow. Thank you all so much, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Any questions, pop them down and let me know what they are. And don't forget, keep sparkling.